If you were looking for 3 words with a high likelihood of alienating a dude in his 20s, you'd do well to go with My Little Pony. And yet, somehow, this cartoon about pastel ponies has developed a cult following among seemingly normal grown men. They're called Bronies, and ABC's David Wright may have been co-opted.
Jake is a motorcycle riding Metallica fan.
I'm Staff Sergeant Jacob Hughes. I'm 29 years old, and I'm from Houston, Texas.
Who's also an Iraq War veteran.
This is my room.
Chelsea is 11 years old, quiet and studious. She wants to be a veterinarian when she grows up. So what do Jake and Chelsea have in common?
My Little Pony, My Little
Both are huge fans of My Little Pony. For those of you not familiar, My Little Pony is a cartoon and toy franchise owned by Hasbro.
Today, we all learned a little something about friendship.
The show mainstream enough for a cameo in a Super Bowl ad.
Applejack,
Twilight Sparkle, Fluttershy,
Rainbow Dash.
Pinkie Pie. She's the party pony.
Little girls are the target demographic.
Basically, the show is about little ponies who face problems, they become friends, and they have to work together to solve every problem.
It's well animated, well written.
But surprisingly, grown women and men are into it too.
A brony is a older man who likes the show My Little Pony.
It's a slightly touchy subject.
They try to paint us as, we're pathetic, basement dwellers, people living in their mother's basement and stuff. And it's like, you know what? No, I'm not some out of shape, lazy man-child. I have served my country dutifully for 11 years. I also like pastel-colored talking ponies. Got a problem with that?
You know who doesn't have a problem with that? Chelsea. She's intrigued by bronies.
I am excited to meet the bronies, but I am a little nervous because I've never really met a brony.
It's hard to fathom the phenom of My Little Pony unless... All right, Ponyland, here we come.
And they made a Miss Liberty pony.
You happen to have 3 little daughters who are obsessed with the show. Just imagine the dad points I scored for wrangling VIP passes for my 3 to PonyCon 2015.
So it's like a Star Trek convention, but for My Little Pony.
Yeah, you have to be careful when you say that because when you say, oh, it's for My Little Pony, a lot of people think to the 1980s My Little Pony, the first generation.
Okay. This is My Little Pony, the next generation.
Friendship is magic.
The new one winks at the grown-ups, too. There are pop culture references, including this nod to the Big Lebowski. There's a vast online community connecting through social media and through sites like Equestria Daily. The crowd at PonyCon is into it. People of all ages letting loose their inner ponies.
I'm dressed as Rarity from the episode Testing 1, 2, 3.
Precious little admirers.
The bronies are here in force today.
And you're a student at MIT?
Yes.
And you're into ponies?
Yeah. Just like any other show on TV. Watching like Breaking Bad, watching Game of Thrones, and I just like My Little Pony personally.
But what's the term for a female brony?
Pegasister.
Pegasister. Who knew?
Look, it says Pinkie.
My 3 little Pegasisters seem to be having a great time at PonyCon. But most of it is geared to the grown-ups. 11-year-old Chelsea is having a field day.
I'm looking at all the plastic brushable figures.
Her mom, Rindy, not so sure.
Pinkie Pie toothpaste.
She's skeptical of the merchandising,
They don't have this much selection at Target.
even more skeptical of the bronies.
I don't understand what a 35-year-old man would have in common with my 11-year-old daughter.
Jake is here too today, sporting Pinkie Pie on his shoulder.
Clearly not your first rodeo.
No, sir. I have been to, I think, if I remember right, this is my 5th or 6th pony convention.
And the rest of the year?
The rest of the year, I'm just normal. I'm just Jake. This is Big Macintosh, is Applejack's big brother.
He says when you dig a bit deeper, it's not so surprising that someone like him should be into the show.
Like, for example, in the Army, we have the 7 Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, self-service, honor, integrity, personal courage.
And in this, you have the 6 elements of
So,
harmony,
yeah.
right?
Kindness, laughter, generosity, honesty, and loyalty.
If only we could all smile like Pinkie Pie, the world would be such a better place.
Finally, our 2 fans, Jake and Chelsea, meet face to face.
Hello, Chelsea. Nice to meet you.
You too.
I'm glad you're one of the actual target audience of the show.
Yeah.
And then the outliers.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I hope you're going to have fun. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
the most important thing is for y'all to have fun. It's your show. You're just letting us hang out.
Yeah.
Afterwards, Chelsea told me she feels like a Pegasister herself. At age 11, even she is a little beyond the show's target audience. She's now part of the fandom.
It's sort of interesting to see how an 11-year-old girl and a 35-year-old guy could have the same interests.
Do you find it creepy at all or not?
When I first heard about Bronies, I thought it was a little creepy, but then I met some Bronies and I just was totally comfortable with it, and I wasn't weirded out at all.
They seem like nice guys.
Yeah.
Moon shots. Alba as Twilight.
The day ends with a fashion show, unlike any you've ever seen.
Tanya as Flip.
Tough choice, but the winner is...
Rarity.
As the father of 3 little girls, I guess that makes me a reluctant brony too.
I know you are my very best.
I'm David Wright for Nightline in New York.